welcome to my channel. I'm Julie with Bookshelf by Julie. Today we're doing our Friday freebie, number 37. Do you believe it? Okay, so today we're doing one of our pocketed tag thingies. Okay, I'm going to get real names for things someday. But cut this part out, right? And I've got a journal card and a tall tag that will go right in there and fit in. Well, this goes behind it because in my little mind, it's going to be a belly band on a page. It doesn't have to be. You can use it as just not a belly band. Got a pull tab for that. A couple of paper dolls, a sheep, a squirrel, and an owl because I thought it was cute. So, yep. Freebies are on the website and on the Facebook group page. So, yeah. So this is the way I figured the journal card would go in. Just sit right in there. And I'm going to make it a belly band. You don't have to make it a belly band. You can just have it as a journal card on the back. Look. I made my paper dolls into paper clips. Is that cute or what? I think it is. So I had to do it for both of them. Now this one, she's a really skinny girl, okay? So I had to put hers on her head. But wherever it works, right? It's just a little piece of paper in there and, you know, glue it down. If you guys don't know how to do that, let me know and I'll show on video how to do that. It's really simple. Okay, so our tall tag goes right in there. And you've got something pretty, even if the tag is... But isn't that cute? I mean, you know. Oh, I know why. Because my little paper clips are on there. So, yeah, that's what we're going to make today. I backed mine with file folder. Because it gives it that extra strength. Okay, and you know me, I like it to be really sturdy. Okay, but I'm going to put mine in as a belly band across through here and across through here. And then my journal card will just slide in there. And I just put my pull tab on there so that I've got something that'll pull right out. Yep, like so. Cute, huh? I think it is. I backed that on file folder as well. Okay, I'm going to put this to the side. And I've got some things prepared as per my usual. And inked and, well, most everything's inked except for this because I haven't folded that up yet. Backed on the file folder. There you go. That's our big base. So what we're going to do is put that aside. We're going to fold these up to this edge, right, like so. Now, if that, look, your printer, my printer, different printers, different things. You don't want this to show through, right? So you want to trim some of that off. That one I didn't have to trim anything off. It's just, it is what it is. We just live with what it is and, you know, trim as needed. Okay? It's fine. It is fine. So we'll trim a little bit. Yeah, we'll trim a little bit of those off. And then we'll fold this up. I've got to get the trimmer anyways because we got to get this to the right size, yeah. Then that's what it's going to look like minus the little pieces in there. But we've got to get this to the right size. So we want to make sure we've got this. We want it to be reaching on the sides, on both sides, and above and below, right? So we can tack it down, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and fold it right there. It's hard to write on plasticky acetate type things, you know. This is just packaging. So then I'll know where to cut it, where to trim it to, right? I know it's hard to see anything like that on video, but hopefully you can see, hopefully I can see where I've folded that. Okay. Then I'm just going to hold it there. Now look, when you're doing something like this on your trimmer, don't start at the end. Start in the middle somewhere and hold it still because, you know, it'll wriggle around on you. Okay, so we've got that ready. Now I'm going to take a smidge off of my gussets, just a smidge. And when you're taking a smidge off of something, start in the middle too, because it'll get all monkeyed up. Okay. We're just going to take that little bit off, and we're going to take a little bit off over here. Just a teeny bit, so that it doesn't peep through. We don't want to see anything through there in this window that we don't want to see, right? We want to see the prettiness. And just hold it real still, because, yeah. Okay. Now, we've got it, I think, ready. I'm going to double check. Yep, that's ready. That's ready. And that's ready. Okay. Let's do this. Before we do anything, we got to put this in here. So I'm going to use my little narrow tape, and I'm just using tape on this. That way you don't squidge glue out onto your acetate. It gets complicated with the glue squidging out on. Now you can take some alcohol wipes or something like that and clean it off just like you would glass, more or less. But if you can keep it from getting on there, you're all the better off. Okay, just a little bit around through there. Around through there. And we're ready to get our stuff in there. Now, on these with the embellishments, you can put them anywhere you want. They're cute, they're movable, and with the paper dolls, I mean, you can really move those around because, you know, paper clips. And I just use those little bitty ones like, they're like Tim Holtz. They're not Tim Holtz. You know, you can find some that are cheaper. Go with them. If you find Tim Holtz is cheaper, go with that. I mean, that's what I do. Whichever one's cheapest. There are also some that have a little heart on them. I had some of those, and I debated whether I should, you know, use those or use the ones I used. And I ended up using the ones I used, obviously. Okay. Get that centered on there, and then just, you know, because that's going to, you want to hold it up and place it here straight and all that, and then press it down here. Just take one off at a time. That way you don't get it all ski-wampus on you, okay? Then just pull that back. These are really easy to do, and they're so pretty. They look really awesome. And sometimes somebody might think you did something really cool if you give them like a card or something with one of these on it. They think, oh wow, you're awesome, you did all that. And you go, oh yeah, I did that. I did ink this around on the inside. Now I'm going to ink this around on the outside. But yeah, it's, could you imagine getting a birthday card or a I don't know, I'm thinking of you card, happy anniversary, any kind of thing like that. You can put these on there. They're cool to do that with, right? They'll go in a journal page. They'll go a lot of places. They can be a standalone thing or a go-along thing. Yep, that's for sure. Okay, now we're ready. Okay, yep. I'm gonna, now in the end, I'm gonna eventually probably put something across here. I didn't put any trim on this one. Did you notice that? Shocking. I didn't, but you know, I've had an off day here lately. Anyways, but I may eventually go ahead and put something. It doesn't really need it right now, but it could. So right there could use, or you can put, you know, all the way around. Maybe I was just waiting till I got to the point of putting it in a journal. I don't know. Anyways, I'm being weird. But so, anyways, across there would be good because that strengthens that where something's coming in and out. You know? Okay. So we're getting it ready to go on here. And this is where you have to decide if you want to put anything in under there or all on the outside, right? So on mine, I put them all on the outside this time. You can stick something under there and it's really cute to do that. But I kind of stuck to the edges and put everything on the outside. So I think I'm going to do that again because I like the way it turned out. So why not, right? Okay, let's put some tape on here. Get this stuck down and then we'll decorate, right? We will make it pretty. It's already pretty, but we're going to make it really pretty. Yeah, I must have been having an off night when I made that. Who knows? Anyways. It's fine to add that. I probably will add it in when I put it in the journal, because in my little mind, this one's going in the waterfall journal. You know, planning ahead and all that. That's what I think I'm going to do with this one, is to put it in there. If you're not making the waterfall journal, put it in your stash and wait till you find something to do with it. It's pretty. It just is. It's very pretty. So, yeah. I'm going to put the bottom on first because that's just the way I roll. So, helps me line things up better if I do it that way. Now on the other one, I rounded the corners. On this one, I'm not rounding the corners. You can do it either way. It's fine either way. Yeah. So I'm going to put this down here like so. Maybe I rounded the corners because they would poke over. I don't know. Maybe. I am just going to put this down like so. It's fine. It's fine. If I need to, I can take that little bitty bit right there off after the fact. If I need to. But we'll see. We'll see. I think that's what I did because I put this one all the way down to the bottom, but that's okay. We just do what we do, right? Okay. I'm going to get some glue right along that edge, hopefully. Sometimes I don't go real straight with this. But I always try. And you want it to be right on your edge. Right on your edge. Yep, right there. Give it a second to grab. Where's my brayer? Okay, here it is. All right. Yep. I can see I'm going to have to do a little bit of teeny weeny trimming, but that's okay. It's just me. I like things to kind of, I don't know. I like them to be what I want them to be, and then I move on. So, a little bit of trimming won't hurt nothing. But if you round your corners, like I did on the first one, you probably won't have any trimming to do on this part. Right? Like so. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's a little bit over, but that's okay. I don't know. Maybe it's the way I folded it. I don't know. It'll be fine. I can actually trim this part off and get it all straightened up, which is fine. So let me do the trimming and then we'll get back to the decorating. I'm just going to do that and that. Hold on a second. Okay, So now I'm going to go ahead and trim this off too because I want to. And I'll re-ink it. Now, when you're trimming something like this, make sure you trim close, but not over that fold, because if you go over that fold, yeah, that's going to be opening that up, and you don't want to do that. Okay, so, yep, I'm just going to carefully trim down through here and get this off of there. Because I must have folded it a little bit extra, which is fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Do I want to trim? I want to trim a little bit of that off. So if you get one and you know, have a little bit of extra, just go ahead and do what I did. Trim it off. Now this down here I'm going to leave because I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Okay. Yep. All right. Now we're back up to where we need to be. Okay. Now we're going to put, let's see, we've got our little pieces here. They're cute. Now I did go ahead and back them on file folder because that makes them a little stronger, a little sturdier, you know, that kind of thing. I'm going to drop that down a little bit. And the sheep there. I have already put my paper clips on there. Like I said, they're those little bitty ones. It's like Tim Holtz. It's not the same as, but it's like Tim Holtz. It's the same. It's the same kind of thing. Probably the same company makes them. I don't know. Anyways, I like them. They're tiny and they're really cute at times to do different little cutesy things with. There's reasons for that. Now, on this, when you're putting this on here, again, you don't want things squidging out on your acetate, but you do want it glued down, okay? So I'm going to put it like so, and don't move. I didn't want you to move at all. And then just squash it down there. And then you don't have squidge out on your acetate. Move that a little bit so it doesn't glare at you. I'm not angry really. Okay, so on this one, I'm going to put the sheep down here. I could put him up here like I did before. I think I like that. I'm going to put the sheep up here like he's walking on that line. It's too cute, right? Okay. It is. I backed all these because that gives them a little bit more dimension and sturdiness. So you don't have to do that, but it's just me being me. It is what I do. A lot of times I don't do that, but when you're putting it on acetate, I just happen to think, oh, I just want to, you know, I just want to not have it be flimsy in any way, okay? Because, yeah, it can be flimsy on acetate. Acetate is not sturdy, okay? It is not. So, get some glue off my fingers, because, you know, you have to do that. Things will stick to you more than they'll stick to something else if you don't get the glue off your fingers. Okay, so we're going to do our little, isn't he cute? I mean, really. Okay, let's do our little owl up there. He's just peeping around, checking things out, hooting. Okay. You know, that's the thing. When I first moved out here to Arizona, in this area, I thought there were a lot of owls out here. I thought, what in the world? I'm just going to slide him on right like so. It wasn't owls though. I mean, they have owls out here, but I thought it was, wow, they've got so many owls. Gosh, it wasn't. Anybody got any guesses what it was? I had no idea they sounded that much like hadn't been around them that much. A dove cooing sounds like an owl. Just saying. It does. Now, on the backs of these, when you put the little paper clip on, be mindful of what way you want your paper doll to be clipping on, okay? So, you know, if she's going to look this way or if she's going to look that way. I mean, this one is just not looking either way, but, you know, just saying. Now, you can do those with bigger paper clips if you've got enough room. Right here, you could probably do a 1-incher. I don't know if her head's big enough for that. You might could do a, I don't know. You might could do a 1-incher there and stick her on that way. But other than that, you might need the little bitty teeny ones. Okay. And like I said before, this just is going to go right behind, like so. I don't know if this is going to go in there with the paper clips on. Well, it is. It is. Well, it would go in easier if I took it off. Okay. See, it goes in really easy. It fits really well. So, yeah. I made them all to just sort of fit where I wanted them to fit. Now she's on the top of the sheet. Okay. Now, like so. Cute, huh? Well, that one's on the top of the sheep. Gosh. Okay. Now, we got through it, didn't we? There's that one, and there's that one. And like I said, I'm going to put these in the waterfall journal signature somewhere. So, just saying. Super cute. Yep. They go perfectly with the Garden Time journal kit. So, sorry, it's glaring. So if you have that kit, you're set. If you don't, it's fine. It goes in any gardening theme or summer, springy, any kind of thing like that. It'll go in with those kind of papers. If you've got Stemperia or whatever you've got, it'll go with those. Okay, trying to not glare. So yeah, just put that together. Have a lot of fun. Facebook group page. You have to ask to join because it's a private group. I try to keep everything all protected in there so that nobody gets scammed or whatever through me. So, and the JPEGs are on the website. PDF is on the Facebook group page. Websites don't do great with PDFs, just saying. I would do them both that way if my website would behave itself, but it doesn't, so I do what I do. All right, I'm gonna quit yammering on now. Okay, you guys take care. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. TTFN.